Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last day of our Decorating my Disney Dreamlight Valley in 28 Days challenge. And today is the final tour day. We are finally here, it's done. My valley is not finished because I would never say that my valley is finished because it's gonna be constantly evolving and changing while we get new updates, new characters, new furniture, and other new items. So I'd never say that my valley is finished, but it's finally in a place where I can be proud of it and it's not just a mess of spawnable items and just buildings without any decorations outside. So let's take a final walk. Last night I spent like 3 hours fixing a couple of things that were bothering me. For example, like that a small passage between Moana's and Maui's build. I just moved uh, Maui's build completely to the left. And for example, the Belle and Beast um, build is completely different too because I hated it how it looked. So we'll see it all in a few seconds. So as you can see, we are right in the middle of plaza where we have our small little garden with some benches that we can sit on. And it's just very cozy and inviting in my opinion at least. And here we have a couple of parking spaces that I'm very proud of that I came up with this idea, even though it's kind of stupid, I know. We have some bikes on this side, and we have spaceships on this side. Then, if we go in here, we get our Scrooge's and Remy's restaurant, and we have an outdoor restaurant right in here. I've added just this aquarium since we built it last, so it stayed the same. We have small nook for romantic dinners. We have space for the barista, aka me, to prepare some food and drinks. And then we have different tables for different clientele. We even have some spaces for our villainous villagers. If you continue down in here, we pass Remy's restaurant and going around the. Oh no, I totally forgot. You see how hidden it is? This is a build that we did just yesterday, and it was supposed to be like a hidden layer of our Scrooge, and I just completely passed it through because I didn't even notice it basically. So this is where our Scrooge keeps his riches. He has all of his gold and money in here. So just a little small nook for him. Then continuing down this road, we get Beast and Belle's castle. I've added some hedges yesterday because it looked kinda weird without it. And I removed all the roses from there because they aren't that pretty to be honest. So we just have the same fountain that we used in the previous build. We have a vine walls lining the back wall, and we have some flowers. So it's just small and cute build. Going across the plaza, well, we get my own house, which has castle skin. We have some place where people can play some chess, and we get my pool with some chairs and the balloon ride, which people can use to take tours of the valley. It's all pretend play, so. Here we have community space for having some events. We've got place to grill things, refreshments, chest, some picnic tables, and the stage with DJ booth and guitar and microphone and everything. Here we've got my other house skin, which is Mike and Sally's apartment, and Remy's building, which we are pretending that it's also an apartment building. Here's the aerial view of our plaza. I tried to make it as symmetrical as possible regarding roads specifically, and I think it came out quite nicely. Moving on to Peaceful Meadow, we've got our Mickey and friends in here. Let's actually start on the other side because that's how I've initially built it. Going down in here, we just start getting some rock road, and what is it? It's Hidden Mickey, yay! I know it doesn't even look like Mickey, but this is an idea that my friend came up with, and I loved it, so I tried to do my version of Hidden Mickey, and I think it fits my valley. Here we have the famous rustic tower for Minnie, and here we have both Minnie and Mickey living next to each other. Mickey, of course, has Pluto's house. We're still waiting on Pluto, unfortunately. He has an outhouse out back, and he has his own small garden. Minnie, on the other hand, is much more sophisticated. She has a sewing machine with some, what is called? I'm blanking on the words. With like a shelf with fabrics and other things for sewing. And her house is a little bit more cute with all the flowers and other items. And she doesn't even have outhouse because girls don't poop. Going down here, this is a picnic blanket where Mickey and Minnie have their romantic picnics. And continuing down here, we've got what it's called, Water Tower, Mickey's Water Tower, and Friendship Square. Somehow, Friendship Square video is the most watched one on my channel at this moment. I have no idea why, but it's just a little small square where we have a statue of Mickey, Minnie, and Donald Duck. I don't know why they've excluded Goofy. I'm hurt and sick of this exclusion of Goofy. But continuing on, we have a little alley to walk from the plaza down to the beach, and we have our pumpkin patch in here. Initially, in the build, there was nothing in here, just put down some trees. But later on, I decided that I needed a garden patch that we could use to plant things we need, maybe for the star path or for other quests. So I decided to make it right in here because our Peaceful Meadow is more of a rural village build, let's say. Eventually, it's gonna move somewhere else. I don't know where yet, but whenever we get Daisy Duck, which is gonna be months, I think it's gonna be like 6 months at least, we're gonna finally move her in here in the plaza. Here we have Beast and Belle's stall, actually just Beast's stall, but initially it was right next to their house, but I moved it yesterday because it takes a lot of space and I just wanted Beast's work be far away from his house. And the stall is actually right next to the farmer's market. Here we have something of Mirabelle's. She has some items selling in here. This is Goofy's stall with all the veggies and fruit that he's selling. Here we have Christoph's stall with some jams too. And here we have a small nook to have some coffee, ice cream, or cakes. And it's very cute and outdoorsy, I think. And here, if you go out here, Goofy's house is right in here. He just has his own crafting table, and that's it. And if we continue down this road, we go either back to the plaza, down to the beach, or to Donald Duck's build. I moved his house in this pond right in here. He has a conspiracy theorist layer. He's studying this Atlantean architecture piece. He has all of his books and radio that he listens to while he's waiting for Daisy to come find him, or he's trying to find her, actually. And this is a Zen garden contribution of Mickey, and you see that it didn't go very well because there's all the sand all around the Zen garden. And that's a peaceful meadow. This is the aerial view of our peaceful meadow. This is the entrance from the plaza, and it goes down to the beach, and we have two builds on either side of the stairs, and we have Goofy's and Scrooge's houses, and on this side it's just Minnie's and Mickey's Rain. Now let's move on to the beach. Starting in here, we've got Maui's shrine. He has some candles in front of his statue, and down here it's his house. Initially it was a little bit more to the right, so there was a very narrow passage in here, but I just moved everything by a few tiles to the left, and now it's a little bit more open. Here we have Moana's build. She has like a resort type build with a circular rock pool, some chairs, a tiki bar, and here we have more village side, so her house with some food and why can I interact with it? Oh, okay, it just lights up. Nice. And we have some Atlantean things right next to the cave. Continuing down here, we have this amazing piece of furniture that I got from Premium Shop, I think. It's beautiful, I love it. And Moana's, what it's called? Boat. Here we start in Eric's build. Ariel's side is all corals and ferns, etc. And her house has this path made of glowing lilies and lily pads. And here we have Eric's house. We've decided that he's a pirate, that's why he has a lot of pirate paraphernalia in here. And there's his boat right at the end of the pier. So, continuing down the beach, we get our beach party zone. We have ice cream again, where you can sit down at the picnic bench and eat ice cream looking at the sea. We have space for couples to sit down here and watch some sunset. Christoph, do you want to join me? No? Sorry, Anna, actually. Okay, here we have my beach house, and this is the entrance to the peaceful meadow. And here we have a dance floor with some DJ booths and just tiles. Stitch lives here, so he probably works as a what do you call them? The sea guards? No, it's not the right word. You know what I mean, right? By the way, I've got this piece of furniture after I finished the beach build, so I added it a little bit later. Going up here, we get to a Glade of Trust. This side of the Glade of Trust is kind of empty for now because I didn't have much to put in here, but we just added a lot of trees and made it feel like a swamp, just a normal swamp. Here we have Goofy's stall because he's an entrepreneur and he's not scared of swamps or anything. Let's actually start from this side. Here we have the well, and the flowers come from Mother Gothel's. She has a small flower garden in here, and she even took up painting. So maybe Rapunzel and Mother Gothel could have something else to talk about except for her hair. Here we have, oh, I forgot to remove this night song. I haven't noticed it. Here we have my haunted mansion manor, which I just used as a normal house, a little bit run down, but just a house where family lives. Here we have another night thorn. I cleaned it up. Oh no, okay. I've cleaned it up, but I guess I haven't cleaned it up enough. Um, we have like a backyard in here with a blanket fort for kids and place to dine outside, an outdoor sauna, and that's pretty much it. Going down in here, we have something a little bit different. We have Villain's Lair. We have space for Ursula, for Scar, and for Mother Gothel. They get some coffee and cookies and have their group therapy sessions. And sometimes they just break out in a song. That's why there's a microphone in the middle of it. I kind of like it now. At first, when I just built it, I hated it, honestly. I mean, hated it is a strong word, but it wasn't to my liking, honestly. So this is Glade of Trust. Let's take an aerial view of both Glade of Trust and the beach. So this is Glade of Trust. We have this willow that covers completely the... I'm just noticing that the house is right on top of the willow. I always thought that she lived like in a cave in the base of the willow. Okay, I'm blind. And here we have Mother Gothel's garden and the house with its own garden. The beach, on the other hand, is the party zone, Ariel's and Eric's zone, and Maui and Moana's area. Here we are at the Forest of Valor, which is a forest as we would expect. Here we have a couple of houses, including Mother Gothel's pumpkin house with some pumpkin items around it, and it's just forest, forest, forest before we stumble into Merlin's house, aka the library. And here we have his telescope so he can just work on his magic things. He has a well and he has some books outside because this house actually doubles as a library, and there's some items that relate to the library. Starting in here, we have our rainbow flower field that I'm very proud of. I love it, even though later on I've realized that I completely forgot uh, Glade of Trust flowers. I haven't opened the chest somehow. And we also miss roses, but I'm not gonna do roses honestly because I hate them. It's yeah, they're fine, but they're not what I would expect from a rose, honestly. They're kinda weird and they take too much space. And we have Mirabelle's house in here with rainbow flower field because I was kind of inspired by her sister Isabella. And on this side of the Forest of Valor, we actually have a theme park. I was fascinated by all these rides because I've never played them before, and it was a completely different experience from what I thought it could be. Because every ride is animated, you can stop them and you can restart them again. Even stopping them has an animation that's also really amazing. It blew my mind, honestly. And here we have Woody's a carousel, which pretends to be another ride for the kids. Here we have the Ferris wheel, and we've got some Dumbo, the flying elephant ride. It's so cute. If I stop it, they all just slow it down. Then we can start it all over again. Here we can buy some souvenirs if you want to, and then continue to Frozen Heights. Actually, wait a second. It was planned differently. You have to go up in here and you just see the Christmas tree right away, and Santa's sled with his reindeers. Just pretend that they are reindeers. You have some stalls where they sell some Christmas related items, and we've got a table for some feasts. Here it's just the forest that we did yesterday. There's nothing special, honestly, but it's gonna be evolving, as I've said, with every update and every new furniture item that I find. Here we have the frozen realm. I mean, it's already called Frozen Heights, but this is a realm of ice and snow. We have some snow people, we have snowing clouds, we have the fountains. These represent like Arundel Square after Elsa ran away in the very first movie. And we've got more snow people and snow sculptures. And Anna's waiting right in here if you go up from this side. Let's take a look at the aerial view. So this is just um, ice and snow, as we said. Here we have the Christmas market, and on this side there's nothing except for some trees and my house skin. Down here we've got the rainbow flower field, Merlin's field. Here is the theme park. It also has the balloon ride because I thought like people arrive in the main well on Plaza, then they get it in the balloon and they can just come straight in here to take a few rides. And here we have just a foresty part of the Forest of Valor, some houses in here. Now we're in Sunlit Plateau and the fog started, so it's kind of even better, at least for Forgotten Lands. It makes it a little bit more atmospheric, I guess. But yeah, let's take a look at the Sunlit Plateau. Here we have Goofy Stall and it's majestic. And the rest of the Sunlit Plateau is supposed to be a nature reserve. We have Scar's domain. He just has a lot of skulls and bones, and he has his own watering hole. Here, down here, 1 second, this is not supposed to be here, sorry. We have Simba and Nala's house with their own private watering hole, and they have another watering hole, I guess, and there's a fountain in here, everything just a bunch of trees and very natural. Down here we get Buzz's RV and a camping space. We did it for the Dream Snaps challenge where we had like Camp Dreamlight or something like that as a theme. And we decided it's gonna be like autumn vibes. Down here we have Wally's garden and another Wally's garden where he has some plants that he tends to, and here his own house. As soon as we get Eve, I'm gonna move her right in here next to Wally's so they can finally be together. and the rest of the plateau is bare and empty just for now. Going up the sunlit, no, it's not sunlit plateau, but forgotten lands, we get a little bit of a spooky forest. Eventually, we're gonna move Jack Skellington in here. Here we find my own scary castle. We have my skeleton mobile, and I do some dark magic in here. I have a fountain that has a fire in the middle, which is a sorcery, I think. I have my potions making place. Are you trying to rob me? Hmm? Are you trying to steal my potions or something? What are you up to? Okay, and going up here we have our candy biome, where we have Vanellope's house and my own sweet house skin. We have a small arcade for all the candy loving people, and we have a bar, and of course we have the racetrack with Vanellope's car. So this is an aerial view of my sunlit plateau. We have all the animals and all the trees, and we have the camping site and Wally's garden right in here. And I actually think that the sunlit plateau is the biggest biome in game because the elephant graveyard is also a part of the sunlit plateau. Here we have the candy biome, and we have the spooky part of the Forgotten Lands with my spooky castle and just some trees and random flowers in here. So thank you so much for watching and following me on this journey where I decorated my valley in 28 days. I'm very happy with how my valley turned out, and I hope that you liked my valley too. As I've said already multiple times, my valley is never gonna be finished. It's gonna be constantly evolving and changing with passing of time. And I hope you'll come along on more journeys where we'll make some new builds, we'll have a Rift in Time DLC playthrough, and other fun videos. Thank you so much. See you very soon. Bye.